Neil, difficult night for everybody. We ended up losing 3-2 somehow at the end of that game. Your thoughts on that?
Um, Probably the worst I've felt in terms of disappointment because I thought we were pretty comfortable. At 2-1, I'm thinking, see the game out. Got a lot of experienced players on there. And then the two goals that we conceded just um, really, really disappointing because I thought first off, I thought we were played really, really well. We controlled the game, found ourselves in the lead. They've scored half time, but I've said to the lads at half time, look, keep moving the ball, we keep controlling the game, and you'll create chances. We go 2-1 up. They get a man sent off, and then I think we're comfortable. I think we've had 2 or 3 chances to kill the game off. I think Sonny Hilton goes through, probably just got to slot the ball in the back of the net. I think he's tried to chip it. Then we've had a chance off Jordan Keane, cleared off the line, and then Arthur's had the volley half chance. So you kind of like see the game out, take the 2-1, we move on, and then I've spoke to a few lads in the dressing room at the end in terms of, I'm not going to name names and start calling people out publicly, but I think for experienced players, they probably should have done a lot better, and they know that. They should have done better. And again, it's tough because when we use the word sometimes naivety, we're probably aiming it at the younger lads and stuff like that. But I think probably a couple guilty of being naive, who were probably experienced. But like I said, it's a game. This is how crazy football is, because if you take them 2 chances, you're probably walking away from that game 3-1, 4-1, and you're thinking it's a good performance, but you don't take them chances, and you always leave that opportunity open for what happened to happen, which was really, really disappointing. Again, it's tough because probably for 65-70% of the game, you're doing things right, you're moving the ball well, you're looking on the ascendancy, you're creating chances. But where we're at the minute, that sort of them sort of results are happening, and it's gutting for me because even still, I'm looking at the league today and I'm thinking, if you win two games, you find yourself in like 15th or 14th if you can just get them 2 games. And if we take them chances, we're not a million miles away. So it's not like I'm sitting here going, we've been dominated tonight. We've haven't created any chances. We look like we're getting carved open every second. That's the frustrating part, is because that's not the case. We're actually these real positives, and those little moments, again, there's only so many times I can keep saying it, but I take accountability for that as well, which I'll always do. So
Is it hard for you at the moment to take that accountability, Neil? Because you heard the reaction from the fans at the end. It's difficult, isn't it?
yeah, it's really tough, because when you know that you're doing everything you can, you're giving everything, and the performances aren't that bad, or you're creating chances, you're not having loads of chances created against you, but them little moments are what kills you. That's the difficult part, because you sit there and think, well, we've got 80% of the turnaround right. It's them that 10% of finish your chances, don't concede in those one moments. Because like I said, we probably can't sit here and go, they've created a lot of chances tonight. If we look back on the game, they've probably had three shots on target, but the difference is they've took them 3 chances, and if we don't take our chances, it's always going to be tough.
How do we lift you up for Saturday?
Look, I'm a big lad. Do you know what I mean? I hold myself accountable. Like I said, I'm always learning. When I came here, I didn't claim to know the league inside out straight away, but I think anyone can see that we're not a million miles away. We're not getting battered every week. We're not being dominated every week. We are creating chances. We are giving most teams we play against a tough game. All it takes is a run of 2 wins, 3 wins. So I'm not gonna sit here and try and sound defeated, because by no means am I defeated. And trust me, I'll go out swinging with everything I have, because I'm so positive about what's going on at Southport, and I genuinely believe that once we put a run of games together, and things are being learnt along the way. So there's loads of places for me to improve, for the team to improve. Like I said, I'm a positive person. So yeah, I am really disappointed, and I feel, trust me, as much pain. I probably won't sleep that much tonight.
Yeah.
That's how I am as a person, because when I put me all into something, it genuinely hurts. But like I said, I'm still 100% positive. I'll wake up tomorrow with a smile on my face, and I'll wake up and look forward to Thursday's training. And I know a run's coming. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, it was only 2 games ago we were talking about losing 2 games in 8.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? That's football. So again, we have to start another run. Once we get on another run, now most of it's in the league, we can climb up the league, and we will build. And like I said, by no means am I thrown in the towel from me. I'm not defeated. Like I say, we go again Saturday.
It's just that killer at the end, wasn't it? You know, if it had happened earlier on, we'd have had a chance to come back, but you don't come back from that, do you?
No, that's the problem again. It's these moments. It's literally moments, and that's what hurts the most. Like I said, I'd be the first if I'm sitting here and we're getting dominated for most of the game. We're not creating any chances. There's no football being played. I would 100% go, do you know what? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, that's not the case, and it can be as simple as in those moments, whether it be against us or for us, we either have to take our chances, or we have to stop those killer 1 moments, which happened tonight. And like I said, if 2 of them chances go in before their moments, the game's probably done. And that's the fine lines of football. But I think, like I said, if you look at the general overall change in what's happened in terms of style of play, do we create chances? Do we try and play an entertaining type of football? Have we gone on runs where, like I said, where we've shown that we can go 4 and 5, 6 games unbeaten? I think that's all there to see. But like I said, we're not claiming to be the finished article, and 2 wins can take us up to 16th, 15th. Then if you get 3 and 4 wins, you find yourself completely in a different position. So again, it would have been unbelievable to hold on to that lead today, because with a game in hand, we could have found ourselves near 15th. But both teams had a game in hand today, so the league hasn't actually changed apart from them 2 spaces, but we're still within the same touching distance. And like I said, we go again. These 5 games in the next 2.5 weeks.